Hey guys, how you going? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Okay guys, I've got a few things to cover today. The first thing is that I think I have over 9,000 subscribers now, and I would like to say thank you very much to anyone who's subscribed. Also with that, I'm getting a lot of trolls coming in, and I'm not talking about people who are new and just coming in. There are some people who are just asking questions, and that's fine. But with that comes some trolls as well. And if I can ask you to, most of you have been very good, either diplomatically explain to them what they're seeing or ignore them. They're the nasty ones. The people who are just asking questions, if you can help them out in the comments, guys. Another thing is I'm not getting to all my comments and messages and emails as quickly as I would like to. That is because it's all sort of happening at once. So just bear with me. I will get to you if I can. I will also not be able to respond to every comment anymore because of the amount of comments I'm getting, which I thank you very much for, guys. Okay, first thing is I am not always going to be right. I'm trying to bring you information. I've said it in previous videos that I don't know how true some of these things are, and it's up to you to take them and use your discernment and your logic to work out what is what. Okay? I also believe we should gather as much information as possible, even if some of it may not be correct, so that you can discern for yourself what you think is going on. Okay, and as many possible views and information from all sides, not just mine. Okay, and I do encourage people to question. Okay, because we all believe different things. Okay, the next thing is comments are also disappearing. And you might want to just check if you're still subscribed, because I've had people telling me they have been unsubscribed. That's if you would like to be subscribed. And I would encourage you, if you haven't yet, please do. Thank you to all those who have. I still can't go live yet on my phone, and I'm waiting for that because my internet is not good enough to go live from the home internet, and I would like to use my phone. You're supposed to be able to once you go over 1,000 subscribers, but I have to wait until they send me an email approving it. So far I'm over 9,000 subscribers and they haven't approved it yet. I'm still waiting. So hopefully that will be soon. Okay. It seems a lot of fear is being driven by media and maybe some other truthers as well. And I think they're just reading mainstream news and going off that. We should know better than that, and we should try to strive to be better than that, because we know that the mainstream media lies. So I really don't believe that you can believe everything the mainstream media is telling you, or anything really they're telling you, because right now they are outright lying. Okay, and the media are driving the fear because they want us all in fear. They want us all scared because we're easier to control that way. Don't let them. Keep yourself calm. It is all right. I'm telling you, it's okay. What else we have is a fight or flight kicking in. We have people that want to go and riot or protest in the streets, or want to run. Now, if you want to run, please feel free to do so. Go and hide now. If you're going to do it now, if you're in Australia, before you totally get locked down. But if you want to protest or riot, you're going to come across the army as well, and you're going to make the job harder, and we're going to be locked down for longer. So I really would suggest not doing anything just yet. Just hold back until we see how this pans out. I believe what is happening is I need to make a correction to the 10 days of darkness. Okay, what I thought it was wrong. So I do apologise, but it's it's still very serious what it actually is and what I think it might be now. The earthquakes that are going on all over the world, okay? The 10 days of darkness, I believe, is for the army and whoever's fighting this. It's not what I thought it might be. It's more like, okay, the 10 days of darkness is for the army because they are underground fighting right now. Okay, if you don't believe me, there are caves, caverns, tunnels, and deep underground military bases. They are all over the world. And I'm pretty sure in Australia, they would go from Pine Gap and reach out to most, if not every city in Australia. And that is what I'm showing you right now. It's not Australia, but these are the deep underground military bases and their systems. Okay, these are the entrances. Okay, and they might even look less obvious than this. Because as I said, there will be caves and caverns that also lead into these tunnels and underground military bases. They're called DUMBs, D-U-M-B, because that's the shortened version for deep underground military bases. It's DUMB. Each first letter of each word spells dumb. So I'm not calling anybody dumb. That's actually what they are. Now, they can go down 25 stories or more. There are elevators. And if you ever look at the Elite's bunkers or very expensive, go shopping for a bunker. Underground bunker. And you will be surprised at what comes up and how nice they can be. Okay, and when you think about, okay, what's going on in the 10 days of darkness is because they're underground and they may have to work in the dark. Now, I'm not saying our internet and internet mainly and TV may not go on and off or may just stay on and show one thing. Okay, so it might not even be about the internet and the TV. You keep hearing invisible enemy on the TV. And I believe that is because it's the enemy we don't even know exists because they are underground. And if you think about it, they would have, if not their own, like, private guards, but they would also have their own private armies under there. Okay, now this is what the army is fighting. I also encourage you to look up and think about cloning centres. Do you remember Dolly the sheep in the 90s, the cloned sheep? Well, imagine what they have now with technology nearly 30 years later. Okay, and I would also suggest you to look up that they are at least 50 years ahead of what we know of with technology. And the reason it is hidden from us is because a lot of it is beneficial to us, but they don't want to use it for that. So, and I'm talking about things like free energy. And what is not beneficial to us is actually being used against us right now. This is what they use to make the underground tunnels. It is a boring machine, and that thing spins and it digs out hard, solid rock. And this is what they use to make the tunnels in the first place. Now, when I said cloning, I would suggest you go up and look up human cloning. Because they say this is a spiritual war, not just a normal war that you would see. And I believe this is a war being fought underneath us at this very moment. And I think what Trump was saying was the next 2 weeks are going to be very, very hard. Now, the 10 days of darkness, they normally have multiple meanings when they say these things. Now, the 10 days of darkness that Q was talking about, not long after that, Q went dark for 10 days. But the 10 days of darkness could also be what the public is about to find out. Because it is going to be dark. We know anyone who's looked for the truth so far knows how dark this will get. And so the 10 days of darkness could very well be 10 days of dark knowledge, or knowledge we're going to find out that is dark, is what I mean. Not dark knowledge as in occultish knowledge. I'm talking about knowledge of what has been going on is going to be quite dark, especially for people just waking up or people who don't know any of this yet. These underground systems also, they're that big that they have their own railway lines. Semi-trailers can fit in there. Heavy machinery can fit in there. And when you see that big borer, you can see how they make it. They just have to turn it on, it spins and it works its way through underground, and it's quicker than we think. So all the booms that you've been hearing over the years is either this war's been, no, I don't think the war's been going on for this long, but what I think it was they were making the tunnels. Now the booms you hear, or the earthquakes, are them fighting under these tunnels, in these tunnels. And I'm just trying to show you how big these tunnels are. And they have multiple offshoots, so they can go any way. That's why I think in Pine Gap, Australia, there would definitely be tunnels, and I believe they would reach out to most of the cities in Australia, if not all of them. So what I'd say to you is, use your own discernment. Not everything I bring you is going to be fully correct, but I believe a lot of it is. You may have your own theories, which is also a good thing, and please comment down below if you have your own theories on this. But I really would encourage people not to get out and try and protest at the moment. Wait till it's finished. Let's see what happens, and if need be, we can look at protesting. But other than that, I would just stay out of the way. Otherwise, you're going to make the job harder. You yourself could either be arrested or worse. You might get in the way of something. So stay at home, but stay calm. It's all right. It's going to be all right. And we are also here with the knowledge that we have to keep other people calm. And that is what I'm trying to do. If you need to, stay indoors, pull your blinds, pull your curtains, and just stay safe with your family. Okay, and if you think I am crazy talking about clones, take a look at stars, okay, like so famous people. Now look at them and look at old pictures and new pictures of them, and some of them do. You can tell me it's plastic surgery if you like, but I don't believe plastic surgery can actually change the shape of the face. Not to the extent that some of these people change or seem to. They seem to be completely different. Either they've been cloning twins, maybe, or these people have twins. So people like Biden, Clinton, have a look at them. They don't look normal. They look completely different people. Okay? And when you see that, it brought to my mind that they are twins, but I'm not sure. They could be actually clones. Because apparently deep in these underground bases, they have been experimenting with cloning people, and they know we wouldn't approve by bringing Dolly the sheep. And a lot of people went, no, don't play God with, don't play God. And so they took it underground, literally underground, to experiment. And I believe they've been doing it for quite a few years. Probably longer than we would think. Anyway, this popped up as well. President Trump on Joe Biden. When a man has to mention my name 76 times in a speech, that means he's in trouble. He's a different guy. He looks different than he used to. He acts different than he used to. And he's even slower than he used to be. And he called him Biden, not Biden. Biden. Okay, so when you put it all together, as I said, you can believe me or disbelieve me. You can throw the whole thing away and say, nope, I don't think you're right. But I would suggest at this time to keep an open mind. Okay, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't. And I will be back with the 5G video very shortly. It seems that it was put in by a person. Okay, that's why the spelling mistakes, and it doesn't look very official, was because it was put forward to the courts by a person. Okay, guys, I'll be back with that very shortly. Look out for that, and I will talk to you very soon. Stay calm, stay safe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.